And what is up, guys? Technical Stinkers here, back at you with another 3D print update in my sort of quest to grow a 3D printing business from home. If you're unfamiliar or new to the channel, welcome to all the new subscribers. I'm a small business owner. Business has nothing to do with 3D printing, but I see the potential, so I'm trying to grow the project here at home first. So follow me along in this journey, subscribe to the channel. I'm a complete novice and I'm learning a lot. I appreciate all the comments that I'm getting, educating me on this. But again, total novice here. So let's see what I got going on today. So if you've been following the saga, I was trying to print an a model atomic bomb, not a real one. And the Soval kind of screwed up here during a filament change. I don't get down with the recycling thing. So I'm putting it up here on the Cobras, and I actually split that top model into two pieces, just kind of like sort of mitigating the risk of failure. Again, not exactly sure why the Soval during the filament change skipped a few layers. Maybe it got hung up in the filament sensor. I went ahead and printed this bracket to orient it down. But again, I just don't know why it would sort of do that. I have the Cobras that run out of filament all the time, and sometimes they're like waiting on a filament change for like 8 hours, you know, and I'll just come back, put it in, and it starts going again. So not too sure what's going on there. So all of them up top are printing. We do have a couple pieces that came off that are sort of ready. This is sort of the bottom section. It's upside down right now. But lines up pretty good. You know, these seams are in place. Someone suggesting doing step files instead of STLs. Great suggestion. I only have the STLs on that. But hopefully we can get these all printed, painted up, and get it on the Etsy. Doing another succubus doll down here on the P1P with new support settings. Again, you know, I just wanted to keep it running, trying different things, tweaking things. I've kind of gone back to square one with my support settings. That's really because everyone's kind of suggesting a lot of different things, but different printers, different filaments, whatever. I'm kind of going back to basics, and then starting from like the main stuff like top Z distance, and you know, back to 0 interface layers or 3. I don't even remember. My brain scrambled eggs with all these different settings. So we're doing that down there. The Soval, we got a sale. We sold a crypto mining doohickey. So that should be spinning up soon. I just updated the firmware this morning. So, I mean, I guess maybe I gotta like, here, let's try this. Let's turn it off and turn it back on again. Over here, from yesterday's video, getting a ton of views. Thanks for everyone watching it. Doing one in red so we can update the product on the Etsy, and hopefully that will come out fine. We're doing it at a thick infill. The functional print, and the whole purpose of it is to keep drinks from falling over. So a thicker infill, heavier item, uses a lot of filament, but you know, the markup on it's good enough, and you know, I'm at the formative scrappy stage now to where I can kind of afford to do that. So I'm gonna do one in red, probably do one in a few different colors, and then if people actually start buying it, then you know, I'll expand it from there. That's the midday update for today. I'm gonna send it over to my future self tomorrow morning to see how everything came out and what sort of other things I decided to print throughout the course of the evening. And thanks for that, past Matt checking in. It's the next morning, Friday, checking in on what kind of happened here in the 3D print farm through the course of the night. So our billion-dollar product here at the Circle, did a red version. So obviously this is the real version, the production model, at least version 1.0 of the anti-tip thing. So it's solid, heavy infill, you know, it's nice and heavy. I think it weighs maybe like 10, 12 ounces, something like that. I'd have to weigh it again. But in red, just, you know, for pictures and stuff like that. And I was thinking on this thing, we could probably do like a little placard sort of thing, or some like recessed lettering in case people want to put some kind of quirky, fun thing on it, like, you know, don't tip me off, or I don't know, something like that. That's actually probably the best line. Checking in on the little boy atomic bomb again on my Cobras. I run them super duper slow. Down here on K4, we've got the tail section. Looking pretty clean, looking crispy clean. Maybe not completely, but getting towards the end. This was like a 2-day print, I think. Nothing here on 3. Over here on 2, we've got the top cap, the tippity top cap. Seems like it's gonna be okay. Waiting to see how that top section comes out. We didn't do, or did we do adaptive layer height? I'm not sure. And redoing the bottom section of the top section over here on 1. Had white preloaded, I forgot about that, but once it started, I was like, all right, whatever, let's go for it. Gonna paint it anyway. Had a filament change here. It's just discolored, I think, from like the heat on the white. I think it was just kind of like moving through. So that's, it looks like a separation, but it really isn't, because I'm, you know, feeling it, and there's really nothing there. So I think it's just a slight discoloration. Working through on that, not sure how much time is left. I'm always afraid to touch this thing more than, come on. All right, how much time we got left? 14 hours. Oh my God. A1's quiet, Soval's quiet, but we did get a successful print. We updated the firmware. We didn't do mainline or anything like that. Just the regular Soval firmware. Came out fine. Down here on the P1P, we've got the Succubus model. This one's actually looking really, really clean. The model itself, and this is only like a 0.18 on the layer, adaptive layer height on this, or variable layer height for sure. But we kind of moved our support settings back to kind of like what would be considered default, and then just adjusted the top Z distance. So hopefully that one comes out a little bit better, and we can get some good separation on the supports. Got our wall kind of cleaned up over here. I'm still not completely thrilled with it. I kind of had these shelves moved over, and that's really because, again, I'm doing this here at home, you know, until I need to put it in my warehouse. So my wife parks here, and so if she's walking around, this is a dramatization, and I don't want my wife walking around the corner and then like the shelf is right here where this one is, and then she just bonks her head, and then she runs off and claims domestic violence and runs away with all the money. So that's why the shelves are over here on this side. Still doing some fine tuning there. Again, my Orange Storm gig is going to go here where this table is, and so I've just kind of got some stuff set up here. So some slight organization stuff left to do. I did get in just got like a little 4-pack of Elegoo standard PLA, and that's really so I'm gonna run it as if it's PLA, Rapid PLA Plus, because I remember when I was running that Sunlu PLA, it was standard regular Sunlu PLA, and it came out, the surface finish was mint, and so I'm like, okay, well maybe this just regular PA just kind of looks better. So I'm gonna try that as an experiment. I'm sure there's a million reasons why I shouldn't do that. And insofar as everything else goes, probably, I'm not sure I'll upload this weekend. I probably will, just because the algorithm seems to be favoring me. Again, welcome to all the new subscribers. You know, I do another YouTube channel, and I'm kind of been following it for many years, and I think that's just, I'm getting all these views and spins on my relatively light content-based content. I think just because I upload every day and my videos are nice and long, so YouTube likes that, and I keep serving me. So thanks YouTube, and thanks for everybody watching along. So I maybe upload this weekend, maybe not, just give it some time for things to fill out, but probably put a coat of paint here on this big, fat, stupid D20. Really do like this model. I'll probably list this on the Etsy, but like things like the coffee cup, you know, I got that idea from another person. It's not the most innovative idea in the world. But it's just so big, it takes up so much room, and I'm just not sure, it's just too hot. It's just too radioactive. So I'm probably gonna discontinue the coffee cup idea. But the D20s, a lot of people play board games or whatever, and these are relatively simple to print. Just print them slow, and it seems to come out all right. It's a little nerve-wracking, hoping that it doesn't fail, but it's certainly a cool model. So I'll probably throw a coat of paint on this one this weekend. Let me know in the comments below what color you think would sell best, not what color you think you like, what color you think most people like, because I've got the one in copper. I was thinking maybe this one in a non-metallic, yet well, maybe a metallic, because in the future, the D20s, it's likely I'll just print them in the color with the color filament, and just so I can put them in a box and ship, because I don't want to paint. You don't really need to paint this if you just print it in that filament, assuming it doesn't fail. So let me know what color you think would sell best, and I'll paint this cube that color. Some other things too, and again, you know, someone actually was remarking in the comments, like, I don't think anyone's gonna actually buy this thing for its intended purpose, and I'm inclined to agree. My reply was, 99% of products that I see, I think, why would anyone buy that? It's, you know, you could do this, or you could do some alternative or whatever. That doesn't stop people, and I try to keep that in mind as I'm coming up with products or listing products. Is like, you're not making this for yourself, you're making it for the wide audience of people. Like, so the gun model stuff, you know, I'm not that into guns to the point where I want like gun art on my walls. But a lot of people are into guns, and so that's, you know, it's telling, because that's my most viewed product on Etsy. I haven't sold any yet, probably because it's $600. But again, trying to design things that have that wide appeal. And so, you know, I don't think anyone's going to buy that. Yeah, I don't either, but maybe if they do, and if you have just a number of products that are like that, then you'll get consistent sales. That's the hope. That's the thinking anyway. Again, I'm a novice in this sort of realm. You know, when I dealt with e-commerce previously, I had sort of one product category that I focused on, and it was a white hot product category at the time. So I tell you, if you were into vape stuff, selling vape stuff on the internet in 2013, 14, 15, and you didn't do well, I can't help you, man, because I mean, you had to try to be losing money back then to not do well, because it was the hot thing. But anyway, I'll probably do some more customizations on this. And I was thinking, as a way to, like, if there are some people that like supporting creators and channels, maybe put up like the STL file for this, really. For like $1, if someone wants to like just support the channel and you get something out of it, because I don't really like the whole Patreon donate to me for no reason just because you like me sort of thing. I kind of like to feel like there is a transaction here. I know I'm providing you amazing entertainment, but you know, I like to feel like at least you're getting something out of it. So, you know, maybe if you want to download this for $1, maybe I'll put that up. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, not me trying to like build a business off selling the STL file for something like this, but maybe it's a nice touch if people want to like donate, but don't want to do an ongoing Patreon for $5 every month and this is what you get out of it. Maybe it's just like, oh, hey, I like that guy, made me laugh for a minute. Here's $1 and I'll give you an STL file for this. So let me know what you think about that in the comments below as a way to sort of strategize for channel growth, marketing, and branding and whatnot. So that's what's going on with the 3D update for today. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Again, I appreciate all the suggestions and all the feedback, both good and bad, that I'm getting in the comments. Be sure to like the video because it's the nice thing to do, and subscribe for more content like this. I'm The Technicals. See you next time.